My name is Bennie Bradner, and this week I'm presenting the law of large numbers. Who came up with it? It was Jacob Bernoulli. I'm guessing he's related to the guy that Liza talked about. I'm not sure how, because I didn't look up that too much, but his cousin I'm hearing from the audience. So he was also a Swiss mathematician, and he traveled all across Europe to study with other prominent mathematicians of his time. And then when he was done with that, he came back to Switzerland to be a professor, and his brother asked him if he could teach him in the college, so he became a professor of math, and they studied math together at that university. And he lived from 1654 to 1705, but his proof of the law of large numbers wasn't published until 1713. The law of large numbers states that, well, what it is a theorem in probability that describes the long-term stability of a random variable. And that's from the Pickover book. For example, like flipping a coin and getting heads. Another way of saying that is the difference of results of an experiment and its probability should approach zero as you do more trials, and the graph kind of shows that. Like, if you're trying to get heads, the percentage more of heads is above here and the percentage less of heads. So if you get more tails than heads, it'll be below the graph. More heads, you'll be above. And as you get closer and closer to the more trials you do, closer to that 1,000, it's just the percentage is going to get closer and closer to zero. That's what the law of large numbers is kind of saying. And two things that use it in real life are casinos and insurance companies. It is really big in casinos because they can take some big hits, as you saw in the graph. The percentage got way up to 50%, but in the long run it got back down closer to zero. And these two links kind of explain more how they use them and how they can take more advantage of them. The insurance company one uses a good example. I think it uses like buying dozens of eggs and having one cracked and something like that. So if you want to learn more how they use them, you can check out those. And there are my sources.